It really is beyond belief. It is a world in which there is no international law. And the Trump regime has pushed its predecessors beyond the point of reason. It has always been a stalwart of the empire to unleash CIA secret plots and special ops operations without informing anybody, you know. But there has never been something like this. It's beyond reason, and really, it is a new day in the international arena as well. This is not 1988 with Manuel Noriega. This is not Libya. This is not Syria. This is not even Ukraine. The world will not put up with this.
We're going to come back to that, but let's do a hypothetical here. If we flip the scenario, how do you think the international response would look like if Russia went in Ukraine and did the same with Zelensky, or a country physically apprehended Benjamin Netanyahu, a war criminal, under international law? What do you think the international response would look like?
Of course, it would be outrageous. What they would do is impose hundreds of billions of dollars in sanctions. They would kick them out of the Security Council. There would be, it's absolutely unimaginable if the shoe were on the other foot. Now, it could be. You have to understand that the Russians could have done this to Zelensky at any time they wanted. It is being shown off as something spectacular when it's not. It's a special ops for one person in one place. The thing that is outrageous about it is the daring. There is nothing militarily impressive or significant about it at all. And that's the thing that people have to get through their minds. It did nothing to the constitutional order in Venezuela, and it will do nothing to the Bolivarian revolution, and it will only strengthen the opposition to it. It is impossible to imagine anything like this happening in another country from another predator without there being enormous consequences. Only for the first time in history, in the next 90 days, in the next year, you will see this will be a different response than in previous transgressions by the United States.
And Mr. Welch, how would that response look like? Because you mentioned there will be a severe backfire of this to the U.S. I would like to know how exactly. And right now we are talking about widespread condemnations around the globe. Should we expect a stronger, even more coordinated pushback from major powers like China against this? Or as some analysts say, you see the U.S., and as you mentioned, the U.S. is making a major mistake right here. So as it is said, do not interrupt your enemy while it is making a mistake. Your thoughts on that?
That's a perfect quote. Yes, exactly. And the elitist, white, left-ish movement in the Western countries that say that China should have done this, China should do that, Russia should have done this. They're completely full of it because, first of all, they've never carried out a serious revolution in their own countries, and that's not China's job. First of all, as you say, when your enemies are making a huge mistake, let them do it. Let them do it. They got Maduro, and they lost Venezuela forever. That's an immense thing that American press will not own up to. American liberals who support Democrats won't own up to it. They secretly and sometimes tacitly, sometimes overtly say that it was a good thing to take down Maduro, but just not this way. They will learn the hard way, because they can't learn any other way, that there are repercussions.
Daniel Patrick,
China,
continue. Go ahead.
China is going to do what a major party does. They don't have to intervene militarily. They will intervene legally, right? They have they have what, $60 billion worth of investments already in Venezuela. But this is a piece of their puzzle, the Belt and Road puzzle, that represents trillions
But
of
Mr. Welch,
dollars.
what is the point of intervening illegally when there is basically no international law?
Well, because the laws, the backing up the treaties that have been made with up to 80 other countries in this belt will be the solution to any form of international law. They're rewriting it, and Russia and China are going to present the paper on which it is being written. They will not get away with American companies racing in and taking the oil. Nothing like that can happen because they aren't invading, they aren't controlling, and all of these things that they're trying to get around law with tariffs, with threats, with tacit military and open military intervention, have no power anymore. All of these deals will go ahead that China has with all of the African countries,
Right.
with everyone in between China and the United States. They just can't do it.
Daniel Patrick Welch, political analyst, joining us from Massachusetts. Thank you for your time.